Hey everyone, it's Rich, Plant-Based Coach Podcast. I'm joined here with my colleague, Dr. Suzanne Fox.
Hi, everyone.
And we're honored to have Linda Middlesworth. She's the founder of Vegan Mentors, and I'm proud to know her. She's been vegan for how many years now?
37.
37 years. That's impressive.
Mhm.
And I wanted our audience to hear your story, how you transitioned, and some of the health problems you avoided, and maybe some of your health problems that got better when you transitioned, and just share all about it.
And Jim is also here with us today. That's Linda's significant other partner. Yes, yes.
Hello, everybody.
Jim is also here. Hi, Jim. How are you?
Jim,
He's even older than I am.
Yeah, you
you
guys are
both look very young.
doing very good, very well.
Better looking than me also.
So Jim, how long have you been vegan?
In May, it'll be 10 years.
Wow.
Nice.
Good
Thanks
for you.
thanks to
That's
Linda.
when he met me,
Well,
and
you
he
saved
had
my
no
life.
choice.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, so how about you start sharing the slideshow? Linda, can you take us back 37 years? Maybe what led you to decide to go vegan?
It was 37 years ago. And do you want me to show my slideshow to go through
Sure,
it?
if you're ready. Yeah.
I'm ready, yeah.
Okay.
So, Linda, how long have you been involved with the V-Dog?
Since 2005, we started it. We founded it in 2005.
Yeah. And what was the motivation for starting that?
Well, we had heard from somebody, I don't remember now who it was. Somebody in Europe had said that dogs could be vegan. I don't know how we heard it or who it was. I just know that we thought, you're kidding me. I thought dogs could never be vegan. So we started doing research, a lot of research, scientific research from scientists. And we found out, yes, that dogs. So my late husband, who died 10 years ago, he, I guess almost 11 now. Anyway, he and I decided, hey, we got to do this, So I said, yeah, we do. If that's possible, I don't want any dogs to be hurt because they're like our children, right? I mean,
Yeah.
to me, it's no different than having a human child or a dog. It doesn't matter. So we don't want to hurt anybody else's dog. So we had to make sure that it was scientifically proven that they could actually be plant-based. So we did, and we found out through all the research that it's absolutely possible. So then we started doing all the research to produce all the products.
This dog here, my dog Kobe, he loves V-Dog.
Oh, what a doll. What a doll.
He's so sweet.
Adorable.
And he loves plant-based food. He loves the jerky too. And
yeah. Plant-based jerky, my dogs love that too.
Yeah.
Hello, sweetheart. What's the name?
Kobe.
Kobe. Oh, Kobe. Yeah. Nice. That was C or K?
K.
Okay, Kobe. That's really cute.
Yeah.
Kobe, how old are you?
He's 10 months now.
Oh, he's just a baby.
Yeah, he is. A rescue. I love rescue dogs.
I know you would only rescue. I know that. Yeah. Me too. Yeah. I have mostly pit bulls because they're the most maligned.
Oh, I don't blame you. That's good.
And I feel very safe. We don't need an alarm system because everybody's afraid of pit bulls.
Yeah. They're sweet, but every time I met one, as long as they're raised right, they are so sweet.
I have a pair of aerobic pants because I teach aerobics that has a message across the top with a cute pit bull on it. It says, "Beware of pit bulls. They will steal your heart."
Exactly. Exactly.
That's the problem.
Those are my favorite pants of all.
Oh, so sweet.
Yeah.
So, you should be able to share now.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and share my story with you.
Yep.
Okay, this is my story. I started out on the left, 55 pounds heavier. That was 37 years ago. And this is me on the right. That was about maybe, 5 months ago, teaching aerobics.
Wow. Nice job.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You look younger today.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, so Dr. McDougall's my lifesaver. If I hadn't, my neighbor, I was walking my dogs around the park with my new neighbor. I only knew her a week. And I was telling her all my problems, heart disease, the whole thing, obesity, even though I was an aerobic instructor. And she said, "Oh, don't worry. Just look up Dr. John McDougall." Unfortunately, he died in 2024, but he saved my life. I wouldn't be here today without him.
Yeah.
I didn't even meet the man. I just read his book at the time. And then this is the book he used, and I now use for my coaching. How to,
Yeah.
because starch is our energy source. So, and a lot of people are afraid of carbs, as you know. It's the big, where's your protein? I got to get protein. And that's a misnomer and a myth, and we should not believe it. Get
Absolutely.
all the protein we need in our plant food. Anyway,
That's right.
then I read this book, and that helped keep me going, John Robbins. And then I started the Sacramento Vegan Society. I think it was in 2008. I can't remember. But anyway, we have over 5,500 people
Nice.
in my group
Nice.
in Sacramento.
Nice.
Now, people join that from all over the world because I have online events with speaker events like Dr. McDougall I used to have, and then Dr. T. Colin Campbell, Dr. Clapper, Dr. Bernard, all those big clients there, doctors.
Great.
And we put on all kinds of events, but we have dine outs and we do some animal rights in there too. This is me tabling for the Sacramento Vegan Society. And there's my company I started, I think it was in oh God, I don't know, it was quite a while ago. I started Vegan Mentor as a health coaching program, and I'm still doing that today. I put on a 30-day Get Healthy program to help people lose the weight and or chronic diseases that they have.
Nice.
This is one of my clients. This is on my 30-day program under Vegan Mentor. She came to it was one of my first clients. She came to my aerobics class because she wanted to lose over 100 pounds, and so did her sister. Well, she not only lost the weight because I told her after class, she said, I came to your class to lose weight. And I said, you're going to lose a pound in here. I was a very fat aerobic instructor, so you won't lose any weight. You'll get stronger and fitter, but you won't lose weight. And she was so angry with me. And I said, well, just see me after class. Well, she and her sister, both over 100 pounds overweight, came up to me after class. And I said, you have to eat a plant diet. What? Okay, well, they did it. And look what happened to her. And then her sister had diabetes for 27 years.
Wow.
7 years. And within 5 weeks, I had her completely off metformin and no more diabetes for the last 10 years.
Oh, so amazing.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love
So
hearing stories like that.
I just love talking about these two sisters because, and they're good friends today. Dr. Neil Bernard, my boss. That's me, an old picture of me when I became a Food for Life instructor, which is I teach cancer and diabetes classes at the local colleges around here and at the library and wherever I can teach them. And that's my business card as a Food for Life instructor. We put on courses like 8 for diabetes and 8 different ones for cancer. They can deal with weight loss, or they can deal with all the foods you need to eat to prevent cancer and even reverse cancer. So, and that's what we do at the Cancer Survival Program. That's the book we use in the cancer class at Food for Life. That's the reversing diabetes book we use in the class I teach for Dr. Neil Bernard. And then I just want to go over this because people think that dairy is good for calcium. It's just the opposite. The marketing is so tremendous for this. It actually depletes your bones of calcium because it's very acid. And when it enters your body, it actually takes the calcium from your bones. But the marks, like you and everybody else, I thought you had to have dairy for your calcium. And it's just the opposite. And that doesn't include the cruelty involved. Yeah. So Dr. T. Colin Campbell, I'm on his board for the Center of Nutritional Studies, and I'm certified in plant nutrition under him as well. He said casein, which is 87% of cow's milk, is the most significant carcinogen we consume.
Absolutely.
And that's why I had cancer, I think, because I ate mostly dairy 37 years ago. I ate so much dairy and cheese. Oh my gosh, ice cream, yogurt, you name it, I ate it. And I couldn't stay away from it. I was so addicted. And I eat a lot of food. I ate a lot.
Dairy is the toughest to give up for a lot of people. I know it was for me as well.
It's very addictive because it has it in it. It's a cocaine effect.
Yep.
Okay. So here we have more about casein in milk and cheese. It's like crack. Dr. Neil Bernard calls it crack because of the opiate-like effect it has. It gives you a high dopamine effect, right? So, and Gregor said it's toxic. It's really horrible for us. And then eggs are really high in cholesterol. Look at that, more than beef, 272.
Yeah.
It's horrible. Then we have, how do we get addicted? Well, you start with advertising in our TV, kids programs, you name it. Start at young ages, right?
Yeah.
So we have all these false foods, this is mostly sugar and crap, and we give them to our kids. That's how you get them addicted to this really processed, horrible food.
Yep.
And so then we send them, then we have all these fast food places. In fact, I just went by one the other day and it just lined up with cars at all these places ordering all this stuff. It's not food. It gives you cancer, heart disease, obesity. No wonder we're one of the fattest nations in the world. By 2040, I think we're going to be 100% obese in this country.
Yeah, it seems it too.
And there's where they go to eat all the time. All the lines are there. And they don't eat at home anymore and make food. They just go through the fast food. They don't even eat at the table or talk to their kids or eat while they're driving, So look at the obesity rate. This slide is old, so this is much worse today. Obesity in children, obesity in kids. So here's the causes of death. 9 out of 10 are caused by food. Cancer, 1 of 4, 1 of 3 can have diabetes. 70% of all Americans are overweight. And I think this is an old slide, so I think it's more than that now.
I think it's even higher, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's much higher. Prescriptions, too, by the way. And that's what we hand out all the time, don't we? So nearly 1 in 5 adolescents are getting diabetes.
Oh, it's so
12 to 18, and 1 in 4, 19 to 34 with prediabetes, which leads to heart disease, too. The World Health Organization, the class number 1 cancer is processed meat, bacon, sausages, hot dogs, salami, corned beef, beef jerky, ham, canned meat, and meat-based sauces, and of course cheese. And any dairy is even number 1. So, okay, so by age 10, kids can have fatty streaks in their arteries. It's bloody horrible. And then the kids beg for their stuff at the store, and we buy it for them, right?
Yep.
Junk food. But I want to tell you one story. My grandchildren are 12, and I was watching them play soccer, and there's 4 boys on that team who look far worse than this little boy here.
Oh, it's so
And
heartbreaking.
they even have those little boobs hanging out already, and they can't run very fast because they're so heavy. Very
You're right.
stiff with
I
their
see
feet.
it too all the time. You're right. It's very sad.
And
And the sad thing is when you have say you have I have a physical therapy office and I have just this little bowl of candy out front. When you have those very heavy children, the parents will never let the kids have even one piece of candy. And I'm like, this is not why they're overweight. It's not this one piece of candy.
Yeah.
It's definitely not this. It's what you guys are eating at home, but you can't say anything. It's just heartbreaking to watch.
Oh, it is. I wanted to go to the parents and go, excuse me, I can help you and your child. But of course I
It's so
couldn't.
hard. It's hard to watch.
Yeah. And then we celebrate big beef ribs, right? He won the contest. He could eat the most beef ribs. And this is oxidized cholesterol in your veins. When you eat animal products, that's what you get, closed arteries.
Oh,
Supplements can be worse than the drug industry. The big pharma. The supplements are horrible for us because the concentrated items can hurt you. Even a multivitamin that they're so sell on TV, those can harm you, by the way. And then, of course, added oils do all these horrible things to you. They increase your heart disease, your bad LDL heart disease, and all these things. Especially when you heat oil, it becomes particularly carcinogenic as well. And of course, people heat the oil, don't they? Okay, and this just shows calorie density here. So if you eat plant food, you get a lot more full fast on the same amount of calories. And then, 1 tablespoon of olive oil equals 24 olives. It's the same amount of fat as in beef. Okay, so of course this is the PCRM, Dr. Neil Bernard power plate. See what the old one used to look like with this big dairy over here. You know what they did now? They took the dairy and put it right in the middle now. They just changed it.
Oh, they did?
Did they?
Yeah, they put it in the middle. And this shows all the calcium and all the different plant food. Look at collard greens. Gee. Or soy milk even. Look at that. Yeah.
Yep.
I thought
Yep.
sesame seeds. Are sesame seeds on there?
I don't see them, but they do have some too.
I think sesame seeds are like the highest source of calcium you can get.
I'm not sure. I have to look that up.
That's-
I don't know why it's not there. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is what I ate when I first went vegan, which was the processed food, but it was far better than the animal food.
Yes.
But I ate that for the first 2-3 years, and I couldn't lose all my weight. I was 55 pounds overweight with cancer, and I couldn't lose all the weight until I took this stuff out too.
What kind of cancer did you have, Linda?
I had thyroid cancer, and unfortunately, I met my neighbor 1 week after I had my first radiation, and so they killed my thyroid. But I never got the cancer back, and they said, if you don't come back, Linda, and finish that or take it out, you're going to get cancer and die. I said, bye, because I met Dr. John, I found him online, Dr. McDougall.
Mhm.
And this is what I started to eat after I got healthy. This is nice cream with bananas and cocoa powder. And this is air fried French fries and soup, lentil soup, and
Yeah,
then
it looks so
Wow.
good.
so good. And then I lost all the weight doing that. So the dopamine effect, some people have more dopamine effect than others, but our sugary, fatty foods, refined foods, heroin, cocaine, alcohol, and nicotine, those are dopamine.
Yeah.
And they cause big addiction for people. And genes aren't your destiny, by the way. You can starve your fat cells.
Yep.
Yeah. And if never add oils, they're harmful in so many different ways, especially with obesity, heart disease. And this is some of my friends here, David Carter, and the strongest man in Germany here, right here in the middle, Patrick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and there's my friend Bulent. He's not a bodybuilder. He's a musician, opera singer. And he's the most beautiful. He plays the drums, he plays the piano, he plays the violin, and he sings, and he teaches singing.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah. And he doesn't use any weight training. He does like push-ups, and stuff like that. But he's not a bodybuilder.
That's amazing.
I know. And this is my son, Darren, who runs my V-Dog, my dog food company.
Okay.
And he runs like a marathon every 3 days.
Oh my goodness.
Wow,
Yeah.
impressive.
And he's completely plant-based.
Was he since birth, or was he plant-based since birth?
Oh, no, because I wasn't until he was just right before college or something when I
Okay.
changed myself.
Yeah.
So he didn't know about this but he's my only child of 3 who did change.
Oh, really?
The other 2, one older, one younger, they don't want anything to do with it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's really sad.
It is.
And I'm not allowed to talk about it with them. My son said, Mom, if you talk about it with them, you're going to lose them as children. I said, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Asked me as a Food for Life instructor teaching one of the cooking demos. There's my boss. I love this man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
I have
a
to
great
say,
guy.
I got the biggest award of my life from this man. Just a few months ago, he came to Sacramento with his book, but he was giving awards to certain people as he went through the states. And he picked me and Chef AJ.
You're amazing.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I got the Voice of Compassion Award, which I covet. I'm going to
Well,
show
that's well deserved.
you. And you see what it looks like. It is absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, look at that. Congratulations.
beautiful.
That's
really
amazing.
heavy. It's so heavy. Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was so thrilled, and we had, I don't know, over 200 people there, so it was nice. Okay, and this is Dr. Caldwell. This is in the reversing heart disease. Once you take out the animal foods and the oils, you open up your arteries. I had him as a speaker many times. And this is where the breast cancer, look, USA is way up here. And this is the old slide, so I'm sure it's higher now.
Yeah.
I think it was the Netherlands or somebody stopped doing dairy. I forgot which one. And this is a friend of mine changing to plant-based. Another one of my clients I met at the gym as I was a personal trainer, and she came to the gym, she and her husband. And they're going to celebrate my birthday in a couple weeks with me.
Nice.
Nice.
So this was a long time ago, but they went plant-based. I wasn't supposed to talk about it at the gym because I'm a personal trainer.
Yeah.
I did it anyway. I did
Yeah.
it on the sly, and I also did another couple at the same time who got well. And today they're skiing and they're riding their bikes and they're healthy as can be, and they're so happy with me to this day.
That's awesome.
And this is my friend Donna. Look at the
Wow.
difference.
What a difference.
Nice job. Oh my goodness. I
And
love
this
all
is
these before and
Dixie.
afters.
This is Dixie. Yeah. And this is Andrea.
Look at this. Oh my
This
goodness.
is Esther.
Oh my goodness. Look at Esther. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Now, this is my granddaughter, and I'm sad to say that I'm not allowed to say one word about food. And she's on the keto diet, which scares me to
Oh,
death.
yeah.
Oh,
At the
yeah,
age
don't
of
blame you.
22, she had her gallbladder out,
Oh, I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
really?
which you
That
need
was
later in
literally-
life, especially later in life.
Yeah. That was literally because of the food she eats too, Linda. And you know it, and I know it, and it's horrid.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, the other name for gallstones is called cholesterol stone.
Yeah, because that's what they're made out of. They're made out of the same. Your body just doesn't know what to do with all that extra. It just starts putting it everywhere. You know, it's just.
Yeah. So
Funny.
she's very skinny and beautiful, but it's like she's getting sick to be skinny.
You know, it's so funny because I always, people always say, look at the keto people. They're skinny, but I always say, look at their blood work. Look at
Yeah,
their blood
yeah.
work. It's not good. It's
Absolutely.
not good. You know?
This is not good. And she's still on it too. Anyway, that's how we should be treating the animals, as you know.
Absolutely.
And like that. Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Look at that cute, sweet little piggy.
I know. Or like that.
You're precious. Yes.
Or like that. So
Yeah, pe-
I say,
people have
see
such
animals,
disconnect. They don't realize where their meat comes from.
let's
It's sad.
disconnect. See
Yeah.
animals as someone, not something.
Exactly.
So, you know, I had high blood pressure, I had severe heart disease, 358 total cholesterol.
Ooh.
I had obesity, 55 pounds, and I was teaching 25 classes of aerobics at the time
Oh my
week.
gosh, that's crazy.
because I thought, I'm eating right. I'm just eating chicken. I told that doctor, he took a big breast lump out. It wasn't cancerous, but it was like a
Thank
fine
God.
golf ball. And I said, why did I get this lump? And he said, oh, some people just get it. And I said, is it my food? And he said, what do you eat? I said, well, I eat a little chicken, a little fish, a lot of cheese, ice cream. And he said, you're fine.
Oh my gosh.
That's when I got the cancer after that, with thyroid cancer. So, and
Did
believe
you
me,
drop that doctor afterwards?
I never talked to him again, that
Good.
doctor. That was a
I don't
different
blame
doctor
you.
than the one that gave me the cancer diagnosis. But the one, when you get that doctor telling you have the big C, it was so devastating. I thought I was going to die on the spot, And then they told me, hey, you're going to die of your heart disease before your cancer because it was so severe. High blood pressure, the whole works. Pre-diabetes. Yeah. Okay. So I tell people, live your truth, find your purpose. Don't worry about what people think about you. You got to find your purpose and do it. You can't just sit back. You have to be vocal about it. Now, I'm very vocal all the time. So, and I try to do it in a nice way. So it's easy for me to be vocal, but not everybody wants to be vocal. But then I said, look, you can just write newspapers. I'll give you the name of Eric, who runs Action for Animals. He gets you in touch with writing about bullfighting. Every week I have to write another newspaper, because they're promoting. And this month I'm going to protest the big bullfight ring downtown Sacramento.
Oh, that's terrible.
Huge. And these poor little innocent animals being thrown out there and beaten and electric shocked. It's just, if you
I
guys
don't know
want
why
to
that's still going on.
if you want to help Eric, it's Action for Animals.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah, he's just wonderful. And that's it.
I agree with what you said about being vocal about it. When I first went vegan, I wanted to show people that I would build muscle better than my previous diet. So I started to wear vegan shirts at the gym. That was my way of, getting the word out.
Do you use the word vegan? I always use it because I want it out there.
I do.
Me too. Me too.
I don't shy from that.
Yeah, good. So even Dr. Neil Bernard in his videos when we teach, he said, don't be afraid of the word vegan. It doesn't mean you're from the planet Vegas.
Exactly.
And so he uses the word vegan. I'm so proud of him because most of the plant doctors don't even mention the word.
Yeah,
Well, they're scared of it. They're afraid they're going to get stigmatized somehow,
Yeah, they don't want to lose their clientele, and I can understand that, but I could never be quiet. I don't care what kind of degrees I would have. I could never be quiet.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
So
Yeah.
anyway, that's my story.
Yeah, that's
That's
incredible.
awesome. That's a good story. It's a very good story. I want to
did
show
you
you,
worry-
Linda. I'm going to show you at the front of my office. I want you to just see it. Just because
Okay.
I think it's cool, because this is what people see when they first walk into my physical therapy office. I'll just show you real fast. Speaking of not being quiet,
Yeah, there.
walk up here. Yeah, it's a big 3,000 square foot office space. You walk in, look at my little table out here.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've seen your stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
all the stuff.
My table, I have all
All the
those books
stuff.
too.
And it's
Yeah.
right there in the front. You can see it like right through the window when you first walk in. It's
That
right
is
there.
so great.
Yeah.
So great. Yeah.
Isn't that
So you really
amazing?
got the word out, and you got the right books out there.
Yes, absolutely. The perfect
Definitely.
books for the job. Yep.
I'm glad you're not quiet. That's so
Nope,
good.
never quiet about it. Yeah, we can't be quiet. We can't be.
Yeah, no,
It's
when
not
you're talking,
helping.
when you're talking to your clients, do you somehow work it in somehow?
Every single time, all the time. Every single client,
I
every single
love
time.
it. I
They
love it.
get irritated. Like some of them don't like it, but if they don't like it, I say, you know what? I'm just going to talk about this one time. You want to
Yeah.
know how to fix this for real. This is how you fix it. And if you don't, if you don't care, that's fine too. But if you want to know, this is how you really fix it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I tell them that's the way that you do it. And if you don't want to fix it, that's fine. But this is how you really do it. We can make your symptoms go away for a little while, or we can make them go away forever. Your choice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's funny because I have two groups I work with. The health group, three groups, and I got the environmental group, smaller, but I got a huge young people group that's ethical vegan. Yeah, they care about the animals, but they don't care about their health. And they're young and beautiful, so they don't need to yet.
Yeah.
And they eat everything, like all the oils and processed food and everything. And I bring my lunch when I'm with them. And they go, Linda brought her lunch again. Okay. They can't believe that I brought my lunch. But anyway, then I got the old group. And I'm having a problem now because I have 5,500 people in my group. Half of them are young people, but only the old people are meeting at the dine outs now. And they're eating the salt, oil, sugar free, and the young people don't want anything to do with that, right? So, but I do have I'm also talking about at the gym where I teach aerobics. Yesterday, this one lady in my class, I secretly told her because she said she wanted to lose weight, and I secretly told her about, the diet. Well, she did it, and she gave it to her husband, and they both lost 45 or something pounds. Anyway, so they love me, but I asked her one day at the gym, I said, hey, do you care about the animal side? You know what happens to the animals? She said, oh, no, don't tell me about that. I don't want to know about that. I said, that's okay. Thank you for not eating them.
Yeah.
And I just left it at that. But I have a lot of people like that who don't want to know one thing about the animals.
Yeah,
But I
they
always
don't
tell
care that
everybody,
there's a disconnect. Yeah.
I always tell everybody you don't have to. And then my group is called Vegan Mentor. So when I do my group coaching that's free, I have one that's paid, one that's free. When I do my group coaching, they said, Linda, you're talking about the animals again too much. And I said, well, the name of my group is Vegan Mentor.
Yeah.
It's about everything. So anyway, they don't come back. But, I say, hey, that's what I'm here for, to help people learn the connection. And if you don't like it, F you. I don't say that, but that's what I'm thinking.
I know.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have people say I just can't
my books are billed out until March. So there's no room in my office. I mean, my office stays completely full all the time. So it's not bothering my business one bit.
That's
good to hear.
Not bothering it one bit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very good. I love it. So anyway, I just find that there's still the only thing in 37 years, I haven't seen the change fast enough yet.
Oh, I know.
I know.
I just
It's
feel like it
frustrating.
should be
You're right.
faster than this in 37 years.
Yeah.
It seems like it's going too slowly.
It's so
Well,
frustrating.
are you guys a member of Climate Healers?
No,
I
but
want you
probably should
both
be.
on there. Absolutely. That's, Dr. Shalish Rao.
I don't know that one. No.
No.
Okay. He's the leader of the climate change vegan movement
Okay.
in the world. He speaks at the UN. He's a brilliant guy. Gave Intel a technical invention which they use, which gave them $10 billion. And he's brilliant mind, but he's the one that did all our movies like Cowspiracy, What the Health, Game Changers.
Wow. Yeah.
He did those. Okay, he
Nice.
funded those. He made those happen.
Wow.
He's determined to make the world vegan by 2028, I think it was. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, we've only got 3 more years to
He
go.
promised-
We got some
He
movement
promised
to do.
his granddaughter that he would do that. He got a pinky promise with his granddaughter. And so, but anyway, he's a brilliant man. I was fortunate enough to meet him, and when I was speaking with him, we were both speakers at Rowdy Girl Sanctuary. I'm sure you heard of that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Well, anyway, and then I got to have him as my speaker many times. And so he now runs this huge group called Climate Healers. This Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to be one of the speakers out of 40 speakers.
Wow.
Saturday and Sunday, and it's going to be called Rewilding the Planet B.
Nice.
So I want you guys to register for that if you can. Just
definitely.
Google Climate Healers Rewilding Planet B or VCOP20, VCOP20, and it'll come up and you register. I'll be speaking at 10 o'clock my time, PT.
Okay.
And I think right after Paul Watson, you know Paul Watson.
I've heard the name.
Sea Shepherd.
Oh, yes.
Okay, and there's one other guy I need you to know about because he's my hero of heroes of heroes. I mean, all these people I talk about are my heroes, but this guy, he speaks at parliaments. He speaks all over the world, and he's my friend, and he's from Melbourne, Australia, and his name is Philip Wollen, F-I-L-I.
Oh, yes. We've heard the speech. Everybody's got that famous speech that he made in front of the bankers.
Yeah, Get the Animals Off the Menu, 10-minute long. If you haven't heard, have you heard him?
I love that.
No,
I love that speech.
Richard, you have to hear it. It's 10-minute speech. Just Google Philip Wollen, Wollen, and hear his 10-minute speech. It is incredible. He's a good friend of mine. He was helping me sell V Planet and V Dog over there in Australia.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll put a link to the video as well for our listeners. Yeah,
it's the most inspiring video. I listen to it once a month just to inspire myself.
Every time I run across it, I listen to it because it's just such a well-written speech.
It is, and he talks and speaks and writes like this all the time.
Wow.
Now, he had his whole computer hacked and he lost 100,000 followers. He also lost his bank account. He gives millions of dollars away every year. Neil Bernard wasn't a recipient, as well as all the animal protection places like the rhino people and the elephant people. And he's in films about that where they're trying to save these animals. And he gives millions of dollars away as a charity. He was a vice president of Citibank at the age of 32.
Wow.
And he said, I gave up Learjets and caviar to help the animals. And that's what he's doing. And I talk to him about once a week.
What an inspiration. He's amazing.
A good friend. And he knows I adore him. Of course, the whole world does once you meet him.
I've heard his speech over and over again.
I told him, I'm going to be your number one fan for life. And he knows that. So anyway, I can't wait for you to know about him.
Yeah, definitely. And I did have one last question. I got to get back to work soon, but I'm curious, with the political environment, I don't want to get political, but how do you see the animal rights going forward? Do you think it's going to be more difficult now?
I'm really worried right now with our new administration that the few animal protections that we have will be dismantled.
That's what I'm worried about as well.
Well, I have a different view on that because he's going to go, from what I understand, I think he's going to go after the immigrants, and the immigrants are the ones who prepare all these animals for slaughter. So there's not going to be anybody to tend or care for the animals. So I'm thinking there will be, a slowdown in production, which will seriously affect people.
That will help. It'll make the prices go up.
Yeah.
They won't have enough people to kill them.
Yes.
Yeah. And then on Saturday, if you're listening, I'm going to be talking about the bird flu, and I'm going to talk about the financial cover up and all that.
That's a very serious problem right now.
It is.
You know,
Oh,
and
yeah.
people,
No,
I guess people are feeding their cats. I don't know. It's very fashionable right now to feed your cats like a raw diet. And the cats
They're
are
dying.
especially vulnerable to this bird flu, and they're dying from like eating the raw chicken and the raw eggs. Yeah.
Yeah.
that RFK or whatever, he's telling people to drink raw milk. Well, we already know that's infected with
It's
over
got the bird flu in it now. Yeah.
50% of the cows in California are in quarantine right now.
Oh my God. That's
Wow.
really,
And we
really
are the
bad.
highest supplier of dairy to the country
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
all the states out there, many more
Wow.
times than Wisconsin. And the thing is, it's not going to be that long until it starts to mutate to get to human.
Yeah, I worry about
It'll
that.
make the COVID look like a walk in the park.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm worried about
It's not
that.
good. It's not good at
So,
all.
and then now just today on the news, they had another one where all these backyard chickens near me are being killed. One of them had about 10,000 backyard chickens to their business, all with bird flu. And then, of
Oh
course,
my
the wild
goodness.
animals around here. I'm even worried about my dog because she's fast as can be, and she can catch squirrels anytime she wants to.
Yeah.
Or a mole. She digs up the mole. And I'm afraid she's going to get bird flu.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just keep her away from that stuff. And, that's all you can do.
And
Yeah.
25 big cats. If you come Saturday, I'll be talking about this, but 25 big cats sanctuary, like jaguars and leopards and lions,
Mhm.
killed with bird flu within 24 hours. They get a fever.
Oh my
They get a
goodness.
That's
fever, pneumonia, and die.
Oh
And
my
right now, you
goodness.
can see lined up near the dairy farms in California, which are all over the place,
Yeah.
cows along the roadside outside the dairy farm. Then the birds.
Yeah, I've heard about the giant kill pile or the dead piles of cows
Yeah,
die
true.
from the bird
Yeah.
flu. Serious. Yeah, it's very serious. The news is not talking about it. They're not mentioning this, but there's I don't know, you guys, the TikTok has a lot of
Yeah,
videos
I've
about
heard
it,
it. Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay, good.
Mhm.
I was almost arrested about a month ago for speaking out at one of their California Department Food and Agriculture, and they pushed me up the stairs. We have videos of this.
Oh my
because
goodness.
we and me, myself, Free from Harm and In Defense of Animals, all work together. Or I'm a volunteer for them.
Yeah.
And we
Mhm.
do speak outs at these different meetings they have, public meetings. And the last one we had in Sacramento was called the Cattle Health Risk. We had to listen to 3.5 hours of what they're going to do with the big piles of manure with avian flu cows.
Oh my
Oh,
And they were
goodness.
the
God.
size of a house, all of them. And they're going to roll
Wow.
it back into the agriculture. It's going to get in the water. Anyway, it's just, and no offense, but it was all very heavy white men, no females running these things.
Yeah.
And it was just horrible to see. And we asked them questions, legitimate questions. And if you come Saturday, you'll see me tell you all this. But anyway, and they won't answer. They don't have good answers for anything, and they don't care, and they don't have to because there's so much money behind them.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
They can do whatever they want. So
It
anyway,
is. It's incredible.
story there.
Yeah.
But
The good news
I need to
is,
check out.
is we all know that plants are good for us. They're good for our dogs. Our dogs do better eating plants.
Yes,
I have
they do.
patients come to my office all the time and they say, well, where do you get your protein? Where do you get your protein? And I always say, I don't know. It doesn't matter. And even I feed my dogs this way too. It really doesn't matter. Look at them. They're fine. If they can do it, you can do it too.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, I try to show people my muscles. See,
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
and I'm going to be 81 in a couple weeks.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. And that's what I always say. I said, what do you think? I'm 55 years old. What do
Yeah.
you think? I haven't worried
Yeah.
about protein in 20 something years. You think I'm going to worry about it right now? No.
Yeah, me almost 40 years. Where's my protein?
It's
Yeah.
not an issue.
Nice. Nice.
An issue. Yeah.
Well, Linda, it has been an absolute pleasure
Yes.
meeting with you and your
Nice to see you again and
significant
meet you
other there.
again.
We're
That's
so
really
happy
nice.
to have had you
Suzanne.
on here.
Yeah, it's good
Well,
to
I'm
see
going
you
to
in
be
person.
following you all the time now. So,
Okay, and I'll let you know when this is posted. Usually, it's within a couple weeks. And
okay. Thank you
I'll
so
include
much.
all the links.
We'll hopefully see you
Richard, I really
on Saturday.
appreciate you doing this. Thank you.
Okay. All
And by
right.
the way,
Okay,
Richard,
thank you.
you made quite a transition yourself. I was looking at
Yeah.
your before and after pictures. Wow, you don't look like the same guy.
Yeah, 150 pounds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a lot. Yeah. changed
Yeah,
your life
I feel
forever.
great. Oh, I did. I'd never go back.
How long did it take you to do that?
The first 120 was during the first year, and then gradually after that, the other 30.
Nice. That is fantastic. Well, I just love what you're doing, and I really appreciate your getting the word out here because we got to do this. We
Oh,
got
I
to do
agree.
it faster. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes. All right,
Thank
Linda. Well, thank you
Okay.
so much for being here with us
So
today. We
welcome,
really appreciate
Suzanne.
it.
Thank
Okay.
you.
We'll
I
be in
appreciate
touch.
both of you.